Brothers and sisters, settle, settle. I come to you this day with great news. My starry disciples, our search is nearly complete. For decades we've toiled and scoured and fished about this wretched continent for that ever-elusive tome, the Grimoire Eternus, the book to end all books, the storied and long-fabled...
The Necronomicon!
Yes, Sister Halo, that's the one. Next time, maybe you let the actual cult leader speak its eternally horrible name, yeah? Thank you. The Necronomicon! Yes! No doubt some among you have questioned its very existence. Our search has been wide and our labor great, with as yet no return. Well, brothers and sisters, it may be that we have come upon its actual location. Brother Bright. Gregory, we talked about this, man. This night, brothers and sisters, our men
and women
are on their way to retrieve that tome as we speak. Is this not what we've been looking for since our establishment is a legitimate death cult?
Yes!
Is it not in our official membership charter?
Yes!
Is it not we who should be the first and only to lay our hands upon it?
Yes!
Shall we let the abominable butcher or other lesser cults get their stinking paws on our glorious bounty now that it is so closely within our reach?
Yes!
No!
No!
And with the Necronomicon finally in our hands, nothing will stop the Haunter from regaining his true form. No end to the work!
No end to the work! So where is it?
We have found him, brothers and sisters. The man who will lead us to it. We have found him, and we watch. We watch.
Hi everybody, how's it going? Welcome to Gibbous, a Cthulhu Adventure, which is a Lovecraftian style point-and-click adventure game which was very kindly gifted to me by another point-and-click enthusiast here on YouTube, Siperos, who is actually a really nice guy, and he said that he thought this would be something that I'd really want to play and would help introduce me to the whole sort of Lovecraftian point-and-click games. He plays a lot of those over on his channel, so I'm really excited to play this. That was quite the intro, wasn't it? I really enjoyed that, and I can't wait to see what this is all about. I believe, well, look, you can move that as well. That's quite cool. I wasn't expecting that. So let's just jump in with a new game and see what happens, I guess. I love the art style though. It's brilliant so far on the cutscenes.
Read all about it, sir. Hurricane Herbert, storm of the century.
A storm. That's the least of my worries. Change. Everything's changing. Always changing. What's a Joe supposed to do? You take a new case and it's all you can do to be prepared for whatever it throws your way. The only thing you can know is whatever it's tossed at you won't make any kind of sense butt up against the last thing. It's the change, you see. I've been hired to locate some kind of ancient book. Supposed to have inside of it the kind of stuff makes the Joe's guts turn salt and sallow. Real type mystical mumbo jumbo, which I guess explains the weirdo cults popping up all over Darkham. You know something's left to center when the folks hiring you want to keep themselves all secret-like. Cash is cash, though, and I could really use the milk. That something doesn't change. Put some weight on my man in Rare and Forbiddens. The kind of pressure makes the Joe's stomach jackflip, and he points me at this dark and ancient library. Dark and ancient? Huh. What's not dark and ancient in Darkham? Damn. Most times, the new is just as bad as the old. Sometimes worse.
Wow, that was a really cool intro to that character, wasn't it? I really thought that was wicked. This is really good so far, I've got to say. I'm really enjoying it. Right, prologue, here we go. Cool little cat there. Wow.
Here it is. Miskatonic Library. Not the friendliest place in town. And this town and friendly ain't even in the same zip code.
Okay, here we go. Right, Darkham. So, more Darkham. Even more Darkham. Hold spacebar to reveal hotspots. Okay, so we can go to Darkham or more Darkham. What do we do for, like, invents and stuff? Sources hint at the Necronomicon hiding in plain sight inside the Miskatonic Library. How plain that sight is remains to be seen. Gotta look into it ASAP. Okay, so... I think these are, like, bushes and things moving, but they look like people. Let's have a look at Darkham.
Darkham. Horrible hellhole. Never thought I'd stick around when I came here 23 years ago. She was local, young and unstable, and I was probably too much to handle. Then she left me with an empty bottle of 81 proof and a broken heart. My gut instinct was telling me I could look at everything a second time, glean extra information that might be useful, or not.
Right, okay, so does that mean we can...
brooding, festering horror of the ancient town. Weird, that just popped into my head from nowhere.
Okay, right, what does this do?
Now, I gotta investigate the library first.
Right, so the gear seems to be to, like, use things, I guess. So we've got more Darkham here. Let's have a look. Maybe the library's at the top of these stairs,
Not
then?
nearly as badly lit as the name would suggest, but more than compensating on the creepy scale.
Definitely.
Not your prettiest tourist-friendly town.
Definitely not. Right.
Not nearly as badly lit as the
okay.
name would suggest, but more than compensating on the creepy scale.
So it looks like the way this works, then, is if there's something to look at, the eye is wider, and if it isn't, then the eye is closed, which is quite a cool little mechanic.
Surprisingly colorful here and there, but I didn't let that fool me. The town had been bubbling with occult activity for a while, and I was about to look deep into it. Like a sea of ugly, decrepit, tile-covered whales.
Okay, that's certainly one way of putting it. Right, what do we have here? Vine-covered gargoyle.
Looks like some kind of gargoyle, swallowed almost whole by those dead vines.
It's almost like hair or something, doesn't it? Oh, look, we've got the moon, crazy vines.
I'd love to blame it on modern art, but this is really ancient stuff. It's just creepy as hell.
Can we do anything with that?
Maybe I could use somebody, but this gargoyle ain't it.
Well, I would hope not. Let's look at the
Crescent
moon.
shining down on the horrid husk of a town that is Darkham. I guess we can use all the light we can get in this dump. You know, they really have a vegetation problem out here.
There is quite a lot of plants, to be fair.
It's like these crazy vines are strangling the edifice in a real symbolic way, you know?
Can we do anything with those?
I think I could fashion crude gloves from my tie to protect my hands from all the thorns and climb up to the 3rd floor where all the unique and forbidden tomes are rumored to be held. Nah.
No, we're not going to do anything that elaborate, I'm guessing. Right, column.
There's tiny graffiti on it. Stay in school. I guess it's an advice column.
Right, so we can look
The
at everything
pillars of
twice.
knowledge. Or just, you know, supporting masonry.
Hey. Yeah, it's quite interesting that you could look at everything twice in this game.
There are pretty big things I'm willing to carry around, but columns ain't one of them.
Hey, if Guybrush can do it, then you can. Oh, we can just walk in. Okay, brilliant. I was wondering if there was going to be a puzzle to solve there, but... Right, strange. So
They really
F5
went out
is
of
to
their way to
save.
make this place as creepy as possible.
They did indeed.
I'll bet the common Joe doesn't even know what a bas relief is.
I don't know what it is, so there we go.
Rows and rows of moldy old books. For some reason, they seem particularly unattractive.
I like this sort of blinking light. I think that's quite cool.
The more I look at them, the less interesting they get.
Right, what's this study area?
That's where folks get strange, ancient diseases by flipping the wrong pages with their bare fingers.
Oh, God. Let's not do that, then. Or shall we?
Wear protection. Goes for libraries, too.
Oh, dear.
Nah, I do different kinds of studying.
Oh, yeah? What kinds of studying would that be? Let's look at this dusty, intriguing book.
It's a dusty old book. Its title's really hard to read. A very convenient treatise on the order voodoo magic ingredients should be used in. Useless garbage.
I mean, I was going to say it sounds pretty useful, but obviously
I don't
not.
need it.
Popular books section.
It's the popular book section. Apparently, all Daniel Maroon novels. You know, Vatican mysteries and all that.
Right, okay.
Daniel Maroon's anathemic adventures.
Do we need any of those?
Daniel Maroon's blood-boiling baptism.
Ooh, that one sounds interesting.
Daniel Maroon's clerical conundrums. Daniel Maroon's deacon's debauchery. Sounds spicy.
Yeah, that one sounds like it's an adult-only one.
Daniel Maroon's eucharistical enigmas.
How many of these can we look at? Quite a lot, it
Daniel
seems.
Maroon's Fathers in Fedoras. My personal favorite.
Nice. Right, what's this?
It's like that strange tentacled beast is watching me.
Oh, is that Cthulhu?
That thing is very unnerving.
I think it is, isn't it?
Can't reach it from down here, and I'm not sure I want to.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't. Right, so we've got a desk. We've got this librarian who doesn't seem to match how we're
desk
dressed.
is literally blocking my access to knowledge.
Oh, that joke.
A little on the plain and ugly side, too.
Right, librarian.
If my detective cylinders aren't misfiring, that's gotta be the librarian.
What gave that away?
Who would grab and stick to this kind of job in this kind of place? They must have fishhooked them. Free internet'll do that to a Joe.
Free internet.
This librarian looks a few centuries short of the age requirement.
So there were 3 things to look at there.
Evening.
Good evening, sir.
So how's things in the library business? Interesting library you've got here. Is it old? The name's Ketype? Don Ketype? Here to see about a book.
So, how's things in the library business?
God.
You know, can't complain. It's a living.
Those electronic books hitting you folks hard these days?
Nah, not really. People don't tend to read much at all anymore, so it's all the same to us.
I mean, I read, so...
The name's Ketype. Don Archetype. Here to see about a book.
Well, you've come to the right place.
Yeah. It's called the Necronomicon. Do you have it?
Oh, that book. Yeah. Let me check.
It's going to be a no then, I'm guessing.
Yeah, they're all lent. All versions of it.
There's
Interesting.
more than one.
Why, sure. You've got your, Oh, wait. You're talking about the real Necronomicon,
That's the
aren't you?
one, yes.
Yeah, no, sorry. That doesn't actually exist.
Doesn't exist, huh? My employer seems to think otherwise.
An ancient grimoire full of arcane writings that could summon powerful demonic entities and potentially fold reality onto itself.
That's the one, yes.
We don't really carry that kind of stuff here. Chances are it's nothing but a myth, Mr. Ketype.
Well, we'll find out about that, won't we? You wouldn't be happening to intentionally conceal it from me, would you?
You, wouldn't happen to be intentionally trying to conceal it from me, would you?
I'm just a librarian, sir. As far as I know, the real Necronomicon is a myth. Sorry to disappoint you. You haven't been the first to come and ask about it, and you probably won't be the last. Definitely our most popular in existent book.
Who else has been interested in it?
Everyone, from excitable teenagers to these freaky cultist types that seem to crop up everywhere in the last few months. Just when you thought Darkham couldn't get any weirder, these clowns come along and prove you so wrong.
It's quite weird. Right, what can you tell me about these cultists?
What can you tell me about these cultists?
They come in all shapes and sizes. Can't really tell them apart. I mean, it's not like they waltz in here dressed up in ceremonial robes or anything.
No,
but
well.
you can tell from the way they speak, they're not all there.
Like? No such thing as the Necronomicon, you say?
No such thing as the Necronomicon, you say. Mind if I, snoop around your collections a little while?
I don't mind personally. You'd have to talk to Mr. Warren about the rare books department, though. At the moment, he's really busy with some new arrivals upstairs, so you'd have to wait a while. But, sir, waste of time, really. That book is just a legend.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Ugly, ugly legend.
We'll see about that. Aren't you a bit too young to be a librarian?
Aren't you a bit young to be a librarian?
Look, I can tell you come from a different era, but between you and me, that's straight up ageist.
Oh,
Never.
really? And that, different era business ain't?
Touche, Mr. Ketype. I'm a student, it's a job, it's quiet, it pays the bills.
Fair enough. Aren't you a bit too old to be a student?
Aren't you a bit too old to be a student?
I like the cut of your jib. That's something your type would say, right?
My type? Look here, son.
There it is again.
I didn't catch your name, Mr.
Kerwin. Buzz Kerwin.
That's an interesting surname and an accent that I can't quite place.
Yeah, I'm half Romanian. My mom was born in Transylvania. I kept her family name because it sounds cool, you know?
Never get teased because of that?
No. For Buzz, on the other hand, plenty.
All right, Mr. Kerwin. I guess I'll have to wait.
Yeah, it looks like we're waiting then. Is this one of the cultists? I'm guessing it is. Interesting. Double click screen exit arrows to teleport. Okay. I just noticed as well, this looks a bit like Manny Calavera from Grim Fandango. I don't know if that's intentional. It's pretty cool. I quite like it. Also, it looks like it does auto-save as well. So there's a mix of auto-saving and normal saving, which is pretty awesome. So I guess we're going to have to head outside next. But we're actually going to do that in the next one because we are out of time. So, as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. A big thank you again to Siperos for gifting me this game. I'm really excited to play it, and it's really, really kind of you to do that. Hopefully I can do it justice for you playing this, and you'll enjoy the playthrough. And a big thank you to my patrons, Arcades Games, Wayne and Nate, for all the support as well. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. It really helps YouTube push this video out to more people who would enjoy watching it and who would want to join our little point and click community that we're putting together here. And I will see you all next time.